My name's Simon Bush and I'm Director of Neglected Tropical Diseases at Sightsavers, and I have Caroline Roan, who's Vice President for Social Responsibility at Pfizer, with me today, and we're going to ask a number of questions about Pfizer's corporate social responsibility program. So Caroline, if you could tell me a little bit about what your role is in Pfizer before we start with the main questions.
Sure. Well, I have the great honor and privilege at Pfizer of overseeing our social investment strategy for the company, and that means how we use our people, our products, and our funding to address healthcare issues globally.
Thank you. I wonder, when you look back at Pfizer's support to trachoma programs, mainly through the donation of Zithromax, what has made that program successful for Pfizer?
I think the International Tacoma Initiative, particularly, its success rests on two factors. One is the multi-sector approach that we've taken, the partnerships that are required to achieve elimination. And I think there's been a great recognition by all parties that each sector is needed to get to elimination. And I think the second piece is the role of research and evaluation and monitoring and surveillance that we do to ensure that the work we are doing is appropriate and that we're all adopting the full safe strategy in the communities to get toward elimination.
Mm-hmm. And this journey has been a long one. I wonder, what were some of the challenges that Pfizer has had in this sort of partnership over trachoma, and perhaps what are some of the key lessons that the company has learned?
Sure. Well, I think one of the key lessons we've learned is that we need to listen carefully to our partners. We don't always agree with all of our partners' ideas about how to get toward elimination, and I think it's been a really good and humbling exercise for us to pause, listen, and course correct when we need to. I also think that we've recognized the real significance internally at the company for keeping the drumbeat alive for the trachoma program and for the Zithromax donation. Increasingly, pharmaceutical companies are looking for creative commercial strategies to address healthcare issues, and this does rest on donation. And so, therefore, we spend a lot of time internally talking about the program, focusing on the impact we're having, and letting our colleagues feel like they're involved in a part of the work.
Mm-hmm. And around NTDs, I think a number of partnerships are starting to form. I wonder, as those partnerships develop, what are the key messages that you would give to potential organisations partnering together?
I think that I would focus on communication and how we communicate the needs we each have, and how we look at our own individual capabilities very uniquely. What can we bring to the table? What can you as an NGO bring to the table to solve the problem, particularly in the NTD space? And I think it's a space that lends itself well to that, a recognition that not one organization has all the capabilities to address the needs on the ground.
And what in particular made the partnership attractive for Pfizer with IAPB members?
I think for us it's recognizing that they're experts, right? And so for us to be able to work with IAPB and rely on the best physicians, the best NGOs, and really knowing the limits of what we know and knowing where we need to go for that expertise. And I think that's been a critical area of partnership for us, and we've relied on that and are grateful for it.
And what advice would you give to IEPB members as they approach corporate organisations, companies, businesses?
I think it's really important to have a business case and to know the funding or the funder that you're going for. If you're going to a corporation and you're seeking support, make sure you understand already what they fund and where they focus. Ensure that your materials are prepared in a way that allows a company to understand the pitch, if you will, about why you're interested in what you're doing, and then focus on impact. And I think that has certainly been a theme of the conference, as we've talked about the past several days, that we really have to focus on driving toward real impact and measuring that impact, and having the capabilities as NGOs to do that is really critical in the future.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much indeed for answering those few questions.
Sure, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.